This is a really dumb time for me to go live because I am in the Philippines right now and it's almost midnight in New York, but this is the hell show is it? I'm in a daze. The Flipping and Wholesaling Houses in New York show. I am Michael Pinter, where I teach you how to start flipping and wholesaling houses. So I flew to the Philippines to meet my team. I talk to them every day, but I had never met them, and I figured we needed to have some face-to-face time, so we just got done with some meetings, and then we're gonna go to a park later. Philippines is interesting. It's hot as hell here, super humid, super congested in Manila. It's a big city, as you can see. But what I want to talk about today is why people in the Philippines are so good to work with. And the answer is what I'm seeing, not just, I know I knew that, but I see more when I'm in the Philippines, is that people in the Philippines are, I think, calmer, they move a little slower, and it's a different way of life. And I think the reason, oh God, it's so loud here, police car, ambulance. And the fact that they speak English is a real plus. Everybody here is educated. Everybody here is, like I say, everybody's smart, but a lot of people are smart. And someone described to me, I met a lot of expats here, people who have retired here or moved here from the United States, and they said people here are, in general, much happier than people in the United States. Can I cross here? I have to run across this. I'm thinking about crossing. I'm gonna run. Okay. That there aren't as much mental health issues here because people here are happier, they're calmer, they're satisfied with less, and I think that's, I'm gonna repeat this car. Oh boy. And I think that in many ways it's true. People here are happier with less, and people here are content. And the reason why we hire people in the Philippines is because of global arbitrage, right? The median salary in the Philippines is significantly less than it is in the United States. So we can pay people a very good wage to do work for us here and save a lot of money, and they're paid well. And also one of the big advantages is that we can pay people to work from home. And a lot of people in this country work in what's called the BPO industry, or the business process outsourcing, which means a call center. So there are hundreds, if not thousands, of these massive call centers. You know, most of the biggest organizations in the United States have call centers here. All the banks, Wells Fargo, everywhere. Amazon. And what that usually means is that someone has to commute for a very long time to get to the BPO center, the call center. The roads here are not great, and it takes a very long time to commute, and they're not paid well at the BPO center, really not. So we have the ability to pay people more than they were getting at the BPO center, and having them work from home, and that saves them hours and hours a day they can spend with their family. So it's really doing a good thing. And I get questions about accents. So of course there are people here who have heavy accents, for sure. But I don't hire people that don't speak English well. So that's something, there's 1,000 motorcycles here. It's so loud. So I think it's pretty easy to interview someone and determine if their accent is strong or not. If someone has a very strong accent, I probably wouldn't hire them to speak to potential sellers or buyers. Maybe they'll work great on in some kind of computer-based role. So if you're not tapped into using people in the Philippines, I think you're out of your mind. I really do. And coming here has hopefully solidified my relationship with three of the most important members of my team. They're great. There's 3 women. They all brought their families to Manila. This really was an honor. Am I in the right? Yeah, it's the right street. And they're fantastic people who I am sure, hopefully, are going to be with me for a long time. I hope so. I hope I've done a good job Oh, I'm literally flying around the world in 4 days. I came Thursday and I'm leaving on Monday on July 4th. But it's really good to see people face to face. There's something there's just something about looking in someone's eye that, I think a lot of it gets lost. There was more of it in the old days, but now we're so used to Zoom and virtual meetings that I thought this was important. And this was an investment in my business. 600 more motorcycles. But it's interesting how cultural difference here. People are different. People are definitely different here. It's the other side of the world. But people are, in some ways, better as employees in that they're content, they move slower, they are patient. There's a lot of great people here, and this is a very interesting trip for me as an Orthodox Jew, keeps Shabbos and kosher. It's Saturday. It was somewhat challenging, but that's why I had to stay where I stayed, in the Makati area of Manila. I would have rather go to El Nido or some beautiful resort, but I stayed in the middle of this very busy city. It's hot as hell. Whew. I gotta bring a towel with you, it's so humid here. I'm gonna want to get some food. So I think anyone who is not tapped into the Philippines, there's 110 million people here, and there's probably 20 million who want to work for a US-based company and who can speak English well, or who have plenty of other skills. And I think it's something that we tap into because it's really a win-win situation for both of us, right? We're able to pay someone significantly more money and get a great employee for significantly less than we would pay in most other parts of the world. So I don't know what else I'm going to talk about. Oh yeah, so I hope this was helpful. If you're interested in all the ways I can help you, go to howtoflipnewyork.com. Am I in the right place? If you are interested in coaching, go to coaching.howtoflipnewyork.com. If you are, here I am. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're watching on any media channel, please click the thumbs up, and please keep the comments coming. I post 5 times a week. Last week was 4 because I was in a freaking plane, 20-hour plane ride. But I'm sort of counting this as a 5th. But if you have any questions, please keep the comments coming, and hopefully I can help you with it. Thank you very, very much for watching.